My beloved, you were not meant to find this message right now, or so it may seem. But heaven had a different plan tonight. The timing, the stillness in your spirit, the way your eyes landed here, it's all divine design. This isn't a random scroll or a coincidence. It's a sacred interruption. Something important, something deeply personal is waiting to be revealed to you, and once you hear it, you will never see her the same way again. This isn't about faraway people, dreams, or signs from strangers. No. This is about someone close, closer than you've dared to consider. This is about your sister. Yes, the one you believe you know so well. The one who shares your memories, your blood, your childhood laughter. But heaven is whispering now, not to bring shame, but to reveal truth. And that truth is not coming from a place of anger, but from a place of deep protection. God is not here to punish her, He is here to guard your heart. That's why this message has reached you. That's why you're still reading. Heaven watches closely in moments like this, observing how your soul responds to what most would scroll past. Don't skip. Don't delay. Even now, your sister's name is echoing in the spirit realm. There's movement in heaven because you are about to receive something sacred. The truth has been waiting, quietly sitting in the background of your life. It's been knocking on the door of your awareness, but tonight, it steps into the light. Archangel Michael has been trying to reach you, not for hours, not for one day, but for over 3 days. His message didn't come from a distant angelic dispatch. No. It came directly from the heart of God Himself. Tell my child before it's too late. That's what He said. Because if you ignore this now, the heartache will only double. So I whisper these words with trembling urgency, because this is not just information, it's divine intervention. And you, beloved, are the chosen receiver. You felt it, haven't you? That strange tension that rises between you and her like smoke from an invisible fire. That feeling that something's not quite right, even though her smile says otherwise. That unsettling moment when you looked into her eyes and sensed a storm behind the calm. Heaven confirms it now, your intuition wasn't wrong. The timing just wasn't ready. But tonight, everything aligns. If you're feeling chills down your spine or if your heart is pounding just a little bit harder, that's not fear. That's divine recognition. That's the spirit realm saying, this is it. Pay attention. And if you believe, deep down in your soul, that this message found you for a divine reason, then pause for a moment. Just 5 seconds. Let the gravity of this settle into your chest. Because what comes next will shake the foundations of what you thought you knew. I ask you with reverence and love, don't let this moment pass by. Subscribe to this divine channel, not for me, but for what heaven still has to say to you. Because no one else is going to. Beloved, now that you've opened your heart to receive, it's time to face the truth that heaven has been gently preparing you for. This is not about exposing your sister to disgrace, it's about saving you from unseen harm. Your sister is not evil. Let that be clear. But she's been walking a path God never intended for her. A path lined with poor choices and hidden actions that have now started to overflow into your life. God gave her chance after chance, dreams, signs, even direct whispers, but she didn't listen. And so, now, heaven turns to you. Not to accuse, but to awaken you before this hidden energy pulls you further into its consequence. The shift you've been sensing, the emotional distance, the offbeat connection, that sense of something being veiled behind her words, is real. It wasn't in your head. It was your spirit alerting you. And while it may feel like betrayal, know that heaven has stepped in because what's hidden in the dark cannot stay there any longer without causing spiritual debt, not just for her, but for you, too. That's why this message had to find you. It's divine timing. A holy warning. God does not shame, He prepares. And this preparation is wrapped in a love deeper than your understanding. You may think of her as soft-spoken, quiet, perhaps even fragile, but there is a part of her that she's hidden even from herself. It started as a secret, became a habit, and now it's a pattern. That pattern has spiritual weight, and it's not just affecting her anymore, it's influencing the peace under your roof. Archangel Michael saw it unfold. Angels tried to intervene. But she persisted, unaware that her decisions were now creating invisible consequences for the people closest to her, especially you. That's why you've been feeling drained for no clear reason. Why your emotions have been swirling even on calm days. The energy isn't just emotional, it's spiritual. This isn't just about her actions. It's about what those actions are doing to your environment, your clarity, your destiny. That's why God chose you to receive this first. Because you are spiritually alert, even when you doubt yourself. The truth you're being handed isn't meant to crush you, it's meant to protect you. But it comes with weight, with responsibility, with holy seriousness. And yes, with confrontation. Not one born from yelling, but from sacred truth. A moment is coming, soon, maybe in the next 3 days, when something small will happen. A conversation. A call. A name. And when it does, your eyes will see what your soul has sensed. When that moment arrives, remember this message. Do not yell. Do not accuse. Just breathe. Let the Spirit of God guide you. Archangel Michael will be with you, steadying your hands, softening your voice, and giving you the wisdom to see clearly without being consumed by anger. This is not the end of your relationship, it's a purification of it. Because only truth can withstand light, and only love rooted in truth can survive the coming storm. Now that your heart has absorbed the truth, a sacred shift is beginning within you. You may feel it as a sudden stillness, or perhaps a stirring in your chest that feels both powerful and unfamiliar. That is the divine rising within you. Heaven does not simply reveal, heaven equips. God is now placing spiritual armor upon you, forged not of steel but of discernment, courage, and unwavering love. You are not being left alone to face what's coming. You are being anointed with strength that doesn't crumble when faced with tears, manipulation, or confusion. This is your empowerment. Quiet, firm, and divinely aligned. There's something you need to understand deeply, your sensitivity is not weakness. It's a spiritual gift. That intuition, that gut feeling you've always second-guessed, was your soul hearing the whispers of the divine all along. You were born with a spiritual radar, and now it's time to use it. No more doubting your perception. No more suppressing your voice just to keep peace. The divine is calling you to stand in truth with grace, to protect your energy like a sacred temple. You are being given eyes to see beyond surface smiles and ears to hear what is not being said. This isn't suspicion, it's sacred discernment. You may feel moments of fear or guilt rising, especially when you think about confronting the truth or seeing someone you love in a new light. But let me remind you, God does not bring things to light to shame you or them. He brings things to light so healing can begin. And healing cannot happen in shadows. Right now, He is placing divine boundaries around you, not to isolate you, but to preserve your clarity. Trust that you are not being harsh. You are being obedient. You are walking in truth, and that is the highest form of love. As you move forward, expect strange resistance, unexpected arguments, emotional outbursts, or sudden confusion. That is not coincidence. That is spiritual resistance to your awakening. But do not let it deter you. Do not retreat. Instead, ground yourself. Say a quiet prayer. Call upon Archangel Michael and speak this truth over yourself: I am protected. I am guided. I walk in divine truth, and no confusion can cross my path. Say it until your spirit believes it. Say it until peace floods you again. You are not walking blind, you are walking with heaven beside you. This is the moment where your role transforms, from someone quietly suffering confusion to someone divinely assigned to shift the atmosphere. You have been entrusted with a role only a soul like yours can carry. Do not fear it. Do not shrink from it. You were created for this. Your voice, your clarity, your strength, it's all rising now. And though the coming days may test your spirit, you will not break. You are stepping into sacred authority. Heaven has wrapped you in light. Walk forward. The truth has not come to destroy, it has come to deliver. Now that the truth has been revealed and your spirit strengthened, a divine transformation begins to unfold within you. It may not look dramatic on the outside, but internally, your soul is being restructured. Where there was once self-doubt, now there is clarity. Where you once questioned your worth, now there is sacred confidence. This isn't about arrogance or rebellion, this is about reclaiming the pieces of you that were hidden, silenced, or lost along the way. You are no longer simply surviving. You are awakening, and that awakening is a holy rebirth. You'll notice yourself responding differently to familiar situations. Conversations that once made you feel small now bring no sting. Triggers that used to unsettle you lose their power. Why? Because God has shifted your position from the inside out. You're no longer reacting from wounds, you're responding from wisdom. This is what divine healing looks like. Not overnight miracles, but deep, lasting renewal that redefines how you see yourself and the world. You are becoming someone who doesn't just carry light, you are the light in rooms where truth was once unwelcome. And don't be surprised if your presence begins to stir the spirits of others. Those living in deception may feel uncomfortable around your calm. Those feeding on control may try to provoke your peace. But don't let that shake you. Transformation often threatens those still hiding behind illusions. Stay grounded. You are not here to convince anyone, you are here to be. And in being who you truly are, you give others silent permission to step into their own freedom. That is the ripple effect of spiritual transformation. It starts within but flows outward like a river of quiet truth. During this time, God may also call you into silence, not out of fear, but out of preparation. You are being taught the power of quiet strength. You may feel a sudden desire to withdraw, reflect, or even weep for what was. Allow it. Your tears are cleansing. Your solitude is sacred. You are shedding an old identity that was built on survival, and stepping into a divine identity rooted in truth and purpose. Don't rush the process. Transformation is not about speed, it's about surrender. And as you surrender, God works behind the scenes in ways you cannot yet see. Soon, you will look back on this moment and realize it was the turning point. Not because everything changed outside, but because everything aligned inside. You will see how pain shaped your purpose, how rejection redirected your path, and how confusion cleared the way for clarity. The transformation may have begun in heartbreak, but it ends in wholeness. This is your divine unfolding. You are no longer who you were, and you're not yet who you will be. But in this sacred becoming, heaven walks with you, breathes through you, and prepares to shine through your story. Now that you've been transformed from within, a sacred invitation is unfolding before you, one of redemption and reconciliation. What once felt broken beyond repair is now being restored by the hands of the divine. Relationships that were strained will begin to soften. Misunderstandings will start to unravel. And those who once opposed your truth may slowly be drawn back, not by force, but by the undeniable peace you now carry. This is not about proving yourself, this is about letting your healed spirit speak louder than any past pain ever could. You will begin to feel a divine push toward forgiveness, not to excuse what was done, but to free yourself from the chains it wrapped around your heart. Forgiveness doesn't mean pretending it didn't hurt. It means declaring that it no longer has the power to define you. As you release others from the weight of your expectations and resentment, you will find that it is you who becomes lighter. This is redemption in motion. Grace flowing through your veins, rewriting your story without needing to erase the past. It honors the pain while refusing to let it be the final chapter. Reconciliation isn't always about returning to what was. Sometimes, it's about seeing others clearly, loving them from a healed distance, and trusting that divine timing will restore only what aligns with your new truth. Let God decide what stays and what falls away. You no longer have